We are 24 hours away from finally wrapping up the preseason and being able to say, hey, regular season is up next. Welcome into Ravens Rundown, everybody. I'm your host, Joey Petersen. Today, we'll be talking about the matchup this weekend. Packers, Ravens. First preseason game on the road this season so far. Looking like we're a 3-point underdog right now. The Ravens are going into Green Bay. That game will be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. The over-under. Classic preseason over-under, 33.5 points. We'll get into all of that and what I'm watching for in just a second. But before that, let's take a look at the numbers, okay? This is subs this week. Monday we got 10. Tuesday was a great day, added 31. Huge day. Wednesday 14. Yesterday we added 17. Can we beat Tuesday today? Can we do it? 35 subs. Can we beat Tuesday? That's the challenge for you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you are, share this with a friend. Tell them to subscribe. It's free. It costs you nothing, but you gain everything in the process. If you're a Ravens fan and want somewhere to be on YouTube, this is the place. What am I watching for in this last preseason game? I think the first thing is Josh Johnson consistency. That's what I'm looking for. Just a little consistency. It's varied so far in the preseason when you look at the stats. 4 for 12 that game against the Eagles, 62 yards, 51.4 rating. I was ready to almost say, okay, Josh Johnson might be the QB3 on this roster. And then he backed that game up with a perfect performance, and I mean perfect, against the Falcons. 11 for 11, 120 yards through the air, 1 touchdown, and a rating of 142.4. I'm already convinced that he's QB2. There's no changing that in my mind. I don't think there's any changing that in the coaching staff's mind either, especially when you look at the fact that Devin Leary didn't even start in the second half of that preseason game. I don't think they think it's a competition because it's not. But now what I'm looking for in this third game is some confidence. I want to be confident in the QB2 that the Ravens have on this roster. I want to be confident that if by some chance Lamar has to miss a game or two, that the Ravens can still win a football game with Josh Johnson at quarterback. Saturday got me there. Close. I want to be there fully. He's got a chance to do that on Saturday against the Packers. So what's your confidence level on Josh Johnson right now? I would have said after the first game I was sitting at a 36. Right now I'm probably at a 78. Probably. He really upped it after that first preseason game. You let me know where you're sitting at in the comment section down below. Number 2. Will a running back stand out? Will a running back stand out? Because honestly, guys, we've yet to see that. When you look at kind of how all these running backs have fared in these 2 games so far, nothing really jumps off the page. And if anything, it's John Kelly Jr., who I thought was the most random roster signing, and I still think it was, but hey, he played great against the Falcons. But Chris Collier, 15 carries, 40 yards, 2.66 yards per carry. 3 of these guys, Owen Wright, Rasheen Ali, Chris Collier, have under 3 yards per carry. John Kelly Jr. is the only one with more than that. Can someone do something? We know that Derrick Henry is running back 1. We know that Keaton Mitchell, once he gets off PUP, is going to be the running back 2. We know Justice Hill has a spot. Who's going to take that last spot? Who's going to show something, right? We thought it was Owen Wright after that first game. Then he backed it up with 8 carries and 9 yards. I thought Rasheen Ali was probably not going to make this roster. And then Owen Wright did that. And if Rasheen Ali plays, if he's not injured, he can give himself a fair chance to make this roster again. So who is going to show out? Who's going to stand out? That's what I'm looking for. I want to see someone stand out. Is it going to be John Kelly Jr. again? I don't know. We'll see tomorrow. Number 3, what I'm looking for. Can Dayton Wade give a three-peat? Can he do it? Can he do it? What he's done so far has been so surprising and so fantastic. 4 receptions in that first game against the Eagles, 27 yards, 6.8 yards per catch, 13 yards was his longest. Now, mind you, in that game, the quarterback's only completed 10 passes. So he got 40% of the passes that game. Then against the Falcons, 2 receptions, 67 yards, 33.5 yards per carry, 56 yards was his longest, and he got a touchdown as well. He needs another strong performance on Saturday to make it impossible to be left off this roster. He showed a lot last week against the Falcons with that little stutter step move. That was nice. Made a guy fall, was wide open. Emory Jones absolutely put it in the breadbasket. But he needs another one of those performances. He's an undrafted guy out of Ole Miss. He was a long shot to make this roster. He's impressed, and now he needs to do something tomorrow that John Harbaugh, Eric DeCosta, they're looking at each other, and they're saying, we can't leave him off. He needs a spot. He deserves a spot. So what do you guys think? Do you think he does that? Do you think he gets up? Is he going to make this 53-man roster? Let me know in the comment section down below. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Before we move on to the last two things I'm watching for, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's video, and that is Game Time. Game Time is the best place to go for the best seats at the lowest prices guaranteed. If you can't wait for the season to be here and want to get tickets to the big game locked down, you're going to want to give Game Time a shot. Game Time is the only place I go when I'm trying to get tickets to any college football or NFL game. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to kickoff. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. I'm a proud alum of the University of Tennessee, and me and my buddies got our tickets for the Tennessee-Oklahoma game using Game Time. And my favorite thing about the entire app and the entire ticket buying experience with Game Time is you can see what your seat view is before you even buy it. You can see exactly what you'll be seeing. So me and my buddies knew that, hey, when we're in Norman, we've got great tickets. We'll be able to see the whole field, and only Game Time offers that. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. The fourth thing, I'm looking for, can Trenton Simpson be dominant again? We saw what he did that first preseason game against the Eagles. Rounded out the night, 11 tackles, 5 of those solos, no tackles for loss. He was playing with that green dot on his helmet, playing in that middle linebacker spot. We know Roquan Smith will be there, but he was getting a fair taste of that. And then against the Falcons, a little less, 2 tackles, 2 solos, 2 tackles for loss, and a pass breakup. Saw him in great pass coverage. David Ojabo rushed the throw. Trenton Simpson was covering the tight end, knocked that mug down. So we've seen a lot from him. But can we see that continue? Samuel Njoku sure thinks so. He said he looks like he's been an upgrade over Patrick Queen. Simpson looks to be more equipped to handle that role. That's big shoes to fill, no doubt. But if this is true, the defense will shine yet again. I promise you. There's too much talent surrounding Trenton Simpson to go down from what last year was, right? Kyle Hamilton, still got him. Marlon Humphrey, he's healthy. Nate Wiggins, new draft pick. Absolute animal. You got Roquan Smith. You got the big boys up front, Metabike. You got Kyle Van Noy. You expect Adafe Owe to have an increase in production. So if Trenton Simpson can just, I'm not even saying be an upgrade over Patrick Queen, but if he can come in and if he can be productive, that will be massive for this defense. He's got big shoes to fill. I believe he can fill them, and I would love to see his continued dominance continue in this last preseason game against the Packers. The last thing I'm looking for, 2 words, people, David Ojabo. We saw him against the Falcons, and it was awesome. It was glorious. And it's not like the stats jumped off the page to you, right? And you're probably thinking, why are you saying that in all caps? Joey, he didn't get a tackle. He didn't get a tackle for loss. He didn't get a sack. He got to hurry. He got 2 pressures. And then when you look at the PFF grades, you see, okay, he was really dominant even though he didn't stuff up the stats sheet as much. 89.5 overall grade, 69.0 run defense grade, which is great because that was his biggest thing before that was, okay, can he be good in run defense? We know he's a good pass rusher. What can he do with run defense? And then his pass rush grade was at 82.5. For Ojabo, I don't need right now in the preseason to see it in the stat line. I don't need to see him go out there and get 6 sacks for me to be confident in his ability in the 2024 NFL season. But I just want to see that he's being disruptive in the snaps that he is getting. He got 15, and he was pretty disruptive last weekend against the Falcons. And he's improved over the last year. When you look at 2023, he had 40 pass rush snaps in the whole preseason. He got only 1 QB pressure. In 2024, he got 15 snaps total. Only 10 of those are pass rush snaps. And he got 2 quarterback pressures. That's improvement. That's what I want to see. Can you pressure the quarterback 20% of the time you're on the ball if you're out there? If you can, that's an asset. I'm excited to see him yet again. Excited to see if he can continue to instill my confidence in him. So you guys let me know. You just heard my 5. All 5 of the things I'm looking forward to for this last preseason game. What's yours? What are you watching for? Who are you watching for? What do you want to see? Let me know in that comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for joining yet again. So excited. I'll be live tomorrow starting at 12 p.m. Eastern time for that watch party. Make sure you join me. We have a great time. The most fun time on YouTube, they're saying. And make sure to hit that subscribe button.